Hello, I'm Sue Ann Russell,
And I'm Marcella Strangis.
and this is our presentation on social leisure and aging well.
Okay, I'm going to start off with the backgrounds and the benefits of social leisure, starting with what is social leisure. It is an activity that is inclusive, fun, non-judgmental, and is non-threatening activity that is people-centered and self-directed. Some examples of social leisure are book clubs, coffee gatherings, social walking groups, and watching others participate in social leisure. Can you think of some social leisure activities that you currently participate in or that you facilitate? Studies have shown that seniors who are integrated socially within their community have half the risk of dying within 7 years than those who live a more sedentary lifestyle. When programming for seniors, think of what their social exposure might be. Do they have a big social circle or are they socially isolated? Another study showed that participating in social activities for 2 to 3 hours a week can increase seniors' psychological and physical well-being, giving them a sense of control and increasing their self-esteem. Think about the programs that you're providing for this population. Are you able to provide 2 to 3 hours a week? Can you set up programs that can be self-run, like a book club or a coffee gathering? Continuing the social benefits. Seniors who are involved in social activities should have a feeling of support, belonging, engagement, and participation. Watch your participants' reactions when involved in social leisure programs. Are they leading the conversation? Are they nodding? Are they laughing at the appropriate times? Why should social leisure be part of all recreation and leisure activities? Older adults that participate in social activities are strongly associated with overall health. Seniors have expressed that social and mental health are more important than physical health. So the fear for seniors of isolation have more of an impact than how seniors view their physical health. It is important to start being engaged in social leisure at a young age. A study showed that women ages 18 to 60 and men ages 31 to 60 who participate in active socializing and going out have higher levels of social well-being. Starting social leisure at a young age is very important. The younger you are, the more likely you're able to carry those elements of health with you as you age and lessen the chance of depression and isolation.
Okay, so moving on to the role of leisure in promoting social well-being. Many research studies have emphasized the importance of leisure-based interventions in promoting social well-being. One research study in Korea examined the effects on sociality and social relationship of therapeutic recreation programs, based on partner group activity in seniors over the course of 7 weeks. The partner and group-based TR program showed significant improvements on sociality and social relationship. Another study in Finland conducted a randomized control trial in day programs with 235 seniors suffering from loneliness over the course of 3 years. After 2 years, the survival rate of the 3 intervention groups was significantly higher than the control group. In addition, the intervention group had greater improvements in subjective health, which is a strong predictor of survival and decreased use of healthcare services. Incorporating socialization opportunities into exercise can also increase the likelihood of participation. Researchers in Australia investigated the factors which motivate seniors to engage in physical activity. Social interaction was mentioned by all participants as a primary motivation to attend the program. Another Australian study examined seniors using outdoor exercise equipment in both structured and unstructured settings. They also concluded that fun and enjoyment of social interaction are key motivators for seniors to take part in physical activity. Promoting social well-being during the COVID-19 pandemic presents unique difficulties. Even before the pandemic, many seniors were dealing with the realities of loneliness and social isolation. Here's some statistics from the 2013 to 14 Canadian report on social isolation of seniors. 10 to 15% of adults 65 years or older and living in the community suffer from depression. 44% of seniors in residential care have been diagnosed with depression or showed symptoms of depression without diagnosis. Approximately 50% of Canadians over the age of 80 reported feelings of loneliness. Many seniors who are amongst the most vulnerable to the virus have had to strictly limit their contact with others through physical distancing to remain safe during the pandemic. Seniors living in care facilities have been even further restricted from the community as per Ministry of Health policies and guidelines. So how can we continue to promote social well-being and quality of life for older adults during the COVID-19 pandemic? Facilities have developed creative and adaptive ways to combat against social isolation throughout the pandemic. Many facilities are utilizing the use of technology, which can allow seniors to remain connected to the community while remaining safe. A study in Taiwan evaluated a video conference program which aimed to facilitate contact between seniors in long-term care and their family. They reported lower levels of loneliness among those who used the video conference. Some other interventions include window visits, doorway bingo, live streaming church services, traveling carts, and pen pal programs.
Okay, we are going to move on to the quiz section. So for our first question, which of the following is not a social leisure activity? A, walking with friends. B, watching others participate in leisure activities. C, participating in a competitive sport. Or D, attending a sporting event. If you guessed C, you are correct. C, participating in a competitive sport is not considered a social leisure because you are not participating at your own leisure. There is threatening activities, either you win or you lose, and there is judgment. Moving on to our second question, it is a fill in the blank. So for this one, seniors who participate in blank hours a week of social activities will increase their overall well-being. Can you figure out what the hours are? All right, so if you guessed 2 to 3 hours, you are correct. So 2 to 3 hours was discussed earlier in the presentation. This will lessen the chance of morbidity and isolation as you age. Our last question here, true or false? You will have the same social leisure well-being benefits no matter what age you become involved in regular social activities. True or false? All right, the answer is false. It is important to engage in social leisure at a young age. This will lessen the chances of physical, emotional, and social decline and isolation.
Okay, finally, we'll move on to our discussion question. So please provide an example of a leisure activity and explain how it can be implemented to promote optimal and social well-being.